Start karo.
Chalo. So, welcome to Adda. We have a pleasure to welcome Yash Bhai once again.
Thank you so
Now,
much.
this time, Dr. Yash Bhai has a different persona to it.
Yeah.
So, he has a guitar. So, we're
Yes.
going to hear something, some jamming and all.
Sure.
But before that, Dr. Yash Parikh and music, how it is
Thank you
coming
so much,
together.
HM, for graciously inviting me for your new setup and on Adda. Pleasure to be here, back here. So I started playing when I was in university, pursuing my bachelor. I had a roommate who was very crazy on guitar. So every day he used to play and jam in his room, and I used to get influenced just by awe-inspiring by just how well he sung and played guitar.
And that
So
time,
I,
you didn't know anything.
no, I had no clue about how to play it. So he taught me basically the chords and all, because whenever I used to, ask him about it, he used to always say that you would need a patience to learn any instrument and have that perseverance to pursue it throughout to get better at it. So yeah, I remember how I gradually pick it up, and then it was really good to be with guitar after a stressful day, and it
Right.
just eases off your um, you know any kind of tension. You are just in a different zone. So I used to basically sing when I was growing up. I had an influence of my parents about singing, but not particularly with playing any
Nice.
instrument.
Right.
So yeah, so all credit goes to Jimit for
Jimit, his name.
Jimit is his name.
So before we dive into it,
Yeah.
let's hear something and then
Yeah.
we'll have more
Yeah,
questions. So
sure.
what are you gonna
Sure.
hear?
I am trying to sing the first song that I learned on playing in guitar. So playing on guitar, I learned this first song called Pari Hu Main.
Awesome.
Because growing up in Gujarat, there was always an influence of Falguni
Pathak.
Pathak,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and she used to sing this song whenever we attended
So all this
all
we
this mixed Bollywood type of songs. This is like the closest that was played every jamming session in Navratri.
cool.
So I'm gonna try my best for this.
Let's
Let's
hear
see.
it.
I'm not a pro. I'm holding this after like so many years.
Come on.
I can't. So here we go. Uh, आई मैं तो आई नजारों के अनजाने एक शहर से, लाई मैं तो लाई नजारों के अफसाने भी वहाँ से। हे ना मुझे छूना न दूरी रहना, परी हूँ मैं। परी हूँ मैं, मुझे न छूना, परी हूँ मैं. So that was the song.
Amazing, amazing, amazing.
Thank
Nice.
you so much.
So like that's what, right? I mean, as you said, like you started pretty early when you were in graduation, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then how much time did you continue your
So yeah, I mean, playing every now and then for an hour or so in 1 week actually. Not,
okay.
I didn't get
Okay.
much time, honestly. And
Did you have any teacher or
no,
that
no,
guy
no.
Zimit was
Just Jimit was there, and most of the time I used to sing along with him. So he used to play Adat, for example.
oh
Then
nice.
he
We're
will,
gonna sing, we're gonna sing.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So he used to play Adat, and then I used to, give vocals for it. But eventually, yeah. So that you with this guitar, and you took me like 14, 15 years back to
Nice.
even more actually, 20
And
years
did you
back.
pick the big guitar just to impress the girls or
No, no, no. Never was the case, because all the girls were going to Jimit anyhow, because he used to play it so well that there were no chance for us to even impress any of the girls. But yeah, he used to do solo singing and he used to play drums. But the influence was the guy that I at least learn like a 1% of
come on,
learning
yeah.
something
This is good.
that I can play at least,
Right.
not to impress, but just for my satisfaction. The biggest pain barrier for any musical equipment is you need to give proper respect to it,
Right.
and then that respect needs to be continued. But the
Right.
frustration should not be there, because
Right.
that's one thing that I learned
Right.
earlier.
And then I guess when you spend time, initial
Yeah.
few days or few months, whatever, if you are practicing, then it won't come to you, right? And then
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you may feel frustrated, but
Yeah.
that's when you have to be
That's when,
patient.
yeah, that's what actually the life is about. You have a learning curve, and that applies same to any equipment, any new
Anything for that
anything
matter.
basically.
Yeah.
Musical equipment, or you're learning some coding, for example.
Right.
There is those building blocks that you have to
Right.
go
Right.
through.
Right.
So I had few who used to come to ask Jimit or other who used to play, that I want to be that guitarist, and I want to learn particular song to impress, but that
Yeah.
doesn't last so long.
Right.
That motivation dies off,
Right.
because you're just learning that equipment just to for one particular
Right,
purpose, so
right,
it's not good.
right. And that's what, right? And if it's not coming from within, right?
Yeah.
And then for
And
long, it won't be long
it
lasting.
won't be long. Yeah.
Mm.
So my basic idea of playing is just like at the time where guitar was available, and I was like, okay, let me at least try to hold it, or try to play with the string, at least
Right.
understand saregama on this.
So why, like,
So-
you
so-
mentioned that in your home,
Yeah.
you used to.
Yeah. I in my home, my dad used to sing. He was a singer. He used to go and perform at different. Back in his college days, he used to go and play at different shows, like all those during university days of his. What do you call, like, the singing competition, Antakshari, all of that.
Nice.
So and he was a professor. So when there were like annual fest in college,
He used to perform there.
he used to perform, like, students would say, hey, we would like to request Professor Parikh to come on stage and sing something for us.
Nice.
So,
So like I've seen there is
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
paradox over here,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I've seen in families where people are scholar, these things. I mean, I won't generalize that, but like mostly these things are not encouraged, because like how do you that?
I think it's the other way around. If you are from an intelligent family,
yeah.
scholar family, there are multiple aspects that you are exposed to, and then you kind of develop that, and each and everything teaches you further something or the other in life.
That would depend on
So,
exposure. I guess,
exposure,
right?
again,
Because
yeah.
I mean, my frame of reference is like my wife,
Yeah.
because her father is a professor in mathematics, and she says that the only thing they were allowed to do on their spare time, do maths or read their like syllabus books. If they're
So
doing,
I agree. We
Right,
cannot generalize it,
right,
but of course, I think from my exposure around my family, it was always encouraged
nice.
to do that. So I have learned music, and what you can say is, there was an exam that I gave till some I forgot, Visharad or some certificate I have.
Nice.
So, but then
For music.
for music, for
music.
singing.
Then why didn't you pick up any instrument at that time?
Maybe I was exposed to tabla initially.
Yeah.
But then I don't know what happened. That mindset of a child is too
Fragile, or
and
like
you don't
it doesn't
understand
stick to one thing.
one
yeah.
thing, and you are under constant struggle to impress your parents or to do something,
Yeah.
and this thing require a lot of
They say like, "Oh, ठहराओ नहीं था उस
ठहराव,
time
yeah,
पे," right?
yeah,
Yeah.
agree.
Right.
So I
So
think-
let's, and you are playing that song, "Meri Laundry Ka Ek Bill." Let's jam that. I can
tried that.
try.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's do.
Let's see.
मेरी लॉन्ड्री का एक बिल, एक आधी पड़ी नॉवेल, ना 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 ना। मेरी लॉन्ड्री का एक बिल, एक आधी पड़ी नॉवेल, ना 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 ना।
एक लड़की का फोन नंबर,
हाँ, yeah, thank you.
मेरे
एक लड़की का फोन नंबर, मेरे काम का एक पेपर, ना 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 ना। मेरे ताश से हार्ट का किंग, मेरे एक चांदी का रिंग, पिछले 7 दिनों में मैंने खोया, कभी खुद पे हंसा मैं, या कभी खुद पे रोया,
ना ना
na 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 na.
nice.
So I have to brush up my
Guitar
chords and
skills,
all.
chords, you know.
It's been a while. It's been a while. So I might have misplayed it as well. But yeah, it's
Golden days.
basically coming down to understanding the the guitar chords
Right.
and all,
Or
and
did
that comes
Ruchita
through.
like your
Yeah,
guitar
yeah,
skills?
yeah. I yeah. When I met her, she knew I used to play it. I never had guitar for my like own
Right.
personal use, but whenever I found it at friend's place, I used to just
Dabble, huh?
try, just like how we did it right now.
That's nice.
But yeah.
That's nice. And what do you think? Like these things, do they calm you down? Let's say you have a stressful day, and then
For me,
um,
cooking calms me down because that's something I am very passionate about, making food and just taking my mind there. But I definitely can say those who play music regularly,
mm,
there's nothing more stress barrier, and really you can release your stress.
so soulful, right?
Soulful, very soulful.
Right. Right now, I'm just making my kids sleep, and then I speak or like sing my heart out,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I feel so good.
yeah.
I feel tired.
Yeah,
That's a different thing. But then, like whatever comes to my mind, I can sing and loudly,
exactly.
and then she hums, and oh man, such a heavenly feeling it is,
That's
right?
true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Cool.
Well, no,
Nice.
thank you so much for this session.
Awesome.
I'll learn more. I'll brush up my skills more, and then we'll meet again. And I'll sing
Yeah,
a full.
and then as you said, right,
We will do a proper jam
yeah,
session.
and we have a lot of common topics to discuss, right? And then like you are such a knowledgeable person, so
No,
like
no, no.
lot to learn from you. So yeah, looking forward.
I learn every day and try to pick up any skills that I think is valuable in
Nice.
life to
So
succeed.
see,
So
that's what, right, you pick up.
pick
A
up.
lot of people like me who thinks that they would someday pick
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
so they gather all the equipment, but they don't.
But that's
do
good.
that.
Yeah, that's good.
Come on.
That's also good.
Cool.
That's good. Oh,
Cool.
thank you.
Nice.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Thank you so much.